Wade asked me, he had written this, and he said if he were able, he would read it himself. So he gave me this to share with you as well. The Long Goodbye by Wade Caldwell. Wade, I really enjoyed today, Mom said as I started to walk out the door. Now you'd think we had just gotten back from Disney World. We had just returned from spending the afternoon in the emergency room. From her perspective, it was a great day. She got out of the house, went to a new place, and met really nice people. All things she loved to do. No matter how much Alzheimer's took her away, the real mom would always shine through. I guess that was God keeping us motivated through those tough times. Everyone talks about how hard the past year has been since Mom's Alzheimer's got bad. To tell you the truth, I forgot. He said, it's okay to laugh. It's the best way to survive watching someone you love go through this terrible disease. Just forget that. Mom was always the one who wanted to go and do things, whether it was shopping. Okay, he says, raise your hand if you ever went shopping with Connie. Yes, all right. Or working late, or getting her nails done. We took her to go and do things every chance we got. Disney, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, farmers markets, teppanyaki, or ice cream. She was always up for something new, or at least something she thought was new. It's okay to laugh at that. He says, when I look back, it's like standing at one end of a mountain range after starting at the other end. All I can see are the peaks. The valleys just aren't memorable. And just over the past year, by the entire time, but not only the past year, but the entire time I knew her, the struggles it took to get to the top are what make the peaks so memorable. And judging by everyone here, there were a lot of peaks in her life. Mom was so much more than the disease that defined her past few years. Look down at the program in your hand. You all knew Mom. You know she couldn't just have a plain black and white listing. Had to jazz it up. That was her trademark phrase in her days of creative type and design. She built the company on that phrase, starting in the basement and ending up with a big office with 10 employees. She was never satisfied with doing something the way everyone else would do it. She always wanted to push to do a little more, a little bit extra. On the program, you'll see Connie. She was never much for formalities, unless they were deep Southern manners. That's why her full name is partially hidden. Everyone knew her as Connie. But Connie Jean Conway Caldwell from Birmingham, Alabama, Roll Tide, was always underneath. The photo. Everyone who saw that photo said it was Connie. The warm smile and the happy eyes. You're here today because you loved Connie. That warm memory is what you'll carry in your heart. Just a little faded because Connie has, quote, left the building. She always loved Elvis, so here's her obligatory Elvis reference. Connie has left the building. The icons down the side of the page represent some of the most important things in her life. How many of you can identify what all of them mean? See them there? Yeah, some of you can. It'll be a guessing game, and we'll share that at the reception so you can share with the family. Oh, I remember this one and this one and this one. The typeface of the program is called Bell Centennial. It was created by Southern Bell to make the directories more readable. Thank goodness for that. The color and the ribbon represent the little football team to the west, with a coach you have, may have heard her talk about once or twice. The last part of the program is a piece of paper attached to the back. And take it home and plant it in a pot or in your garden. It was handmade, mostly because it was a better bargain to make it, and Mom was all about bargains. More importantly, it was handmade because we could make it more special than if we had bought it. The paper is an amalgam. The newsprint is there. She was always a journalist at heart. Wrapping paper, she used that. She tried to save every piece she could. White flecks on that The words that represent the most important people and things in her life are printed on white paper and blended in. You might make out one in your piece. Colors, faint teal and purples on flecked paper. The colors in the creative type and design logo. The flower and the grass seeds represent the plants and flowers you love to look at. Now here's where he gives us our out. Don't worry if nothing grows when you plant yours. She never had a green thumb either. So it's okay. All right? It's okay. And the C, the shape, the C, represents the indelible stamp Connie left on all of our lives. But it says, I am product of all the wonderful examples and teachings from both Mom and Dad. Just because she's no longer here doesn't mean she's gone. I will forever cherish the lessons, both active and by example. I use them every day, and I will use them the rest of my life. I don't need to tell you about all the things Connie did. Look around you. You can see the people she touched and what she meant to them. I don't need to tell those stories because you each lived them with her. Connie lives on in the memories of all the mountains which we explored with her. The memories of the peaks are sweeter because of the time we spent in the valleys getting there. The world is poor because she is gone, but we are each richer for having known and loved her.